Good Sunday morning, and welcome again to X-Carbovore. This is the 1st of December, so today we'll be going over our results for the entire month of November. Join me on the inside for the follow-up. Welcome back to X-Carbovore. My name again is Kian Anian, and if this is your first time with me, I want to welcome you here. This channel, X-Carbovore, is a channel where we speak about the carnivore diet. This is my new way of living. I'm in a ramp-up period to 2025. Basically, I'm doing the carnivore diet now, but I'm giving myself grace if I happen to struggle. Last year, the first of the year, 2024, I began the carnivore diet, and I was on for 60 days, just shy of 60 days, and I decided to sneak a little. And when I snuck a little food, something non-carnivore, it took me almost a month or maybe more than a month to get back on again because I'm a carboholic. I love carbohydrates. I love my sugars. I love my, whatever, pizzas, everything that has really good carbs in it. I say good carbs because that's my addiction. Ice cream, cookies, and candies, of course, pies and cakes and what have you. That's my kryptonite. And unfortunately, for my health, it's not the best thing for me. I have several tumors that we thought were cancerous at one time. After the biopsies, now we know they're not. However, when I eat carbs, I have so much pain that, and I'm cramping all the time. They gave me medication, but the medication does not work. What does work, though, is when I eliminate carbohydrates from my diet. And I can tell you how I know I'm an addict, because even though it hurts, I will still eat carbs. And that's a problem. So in my effort to try and be accountable and try to live better, I thought I'd open up and share with everyone what I'm doing. And I know there's some naysayers, and I know there's some, wishy-washy, but that's okay. Because I know that this is working for me. But if I don't, and if I hide it, it's easier for me to break. If I hide it, it's easier for you to want to take me out to lunch on some place that's not good for me. And because of my politeness, I may break. I don't want to do that. And I want to live long. I want to live a happy life, see my grandchildren grow up. And there are other side effects that has happened since I started doing this carnivore way of eating. Today is day 21 for me, the 1st of December, 2024, of me doing it the proper way, without cheating. I haven't cheated a single day, though I haven't kept my promise of videoing for you every day. These last few days, my son and I, we've been out Christmas shopping early. We had Black Friday. Yesterday, I just was vegged out, preparing for what I was going to do for the 1st of December. Now, our program for today is going to be a 30-day or 21-day comparison of the beginning of my this time journey until the end of November, or should we say to the beginning, the 1st of December. Now, I started the gym today, and unfortunately, it was so early in the morning, I thought I should wait to take my test after the gym, and my results did not come back so pleasantly. So I'm a little disappointed about that, but I know tomorrow we will take the test before going to the gym, and then I believe my numbers will be back in their normal range. Blood pressure and all that stuff was really kind of status quo, but it's the ketones and the sugars and the GKI. That stuff did not come out great at all. But anyway, let's start with looking at my gym routine and checking out what took place this morning quite early. This is what time I get down. December 1, 2024, 4:20 in the morning. And boy, was that exciting this morning being in the gym. As you can see, no one else was there this morning. It's probably due to the holiday or maybe because it's over the weekend. Normally, when I'm there between 3 and 5, there are quite a few other gentlemen and sometimes ladies there in the gym as well. But I'm excited to be back on track, excited to be going and doing it again. Now, before I get into my numbers, I just want to share with you something exciting for me. Um, because I eat meat, and of course, we'll add on some eggs to that. Uh, I want my steaks, my meats, my lamb to be cooked as beautifully as possible. So I went out and bought myself a sous vide. I'm excited about it. Today is going to be my first day trying it. I'm actually going to Costco this afternoon to buy some really good steaks. So I'm going to hold off with my OMAD until afterwards so that I could eat my first meal of the day with this sous vide. I want to show you a quick video of what that is, and then I'll start showing you some of the dishes that I'm cooking on and with that piece of equipment. I think if you're going to invest in your life, in your health, and eat a carnivore way, you might as well enjoy the journey. So let's check this out. Well, my first number is going to be our blood pressure. Now, I have always had, and I say this every time before we show the number, is that I am hypertensive. I've been maybe grade 3 hypertensive, 220 over 110-ish. And I've been on medication 3 different times now. And I say that because every time they put me on, I take myself off. I'm afraid that these meds will morph into more meds and more meds and more meds to handle this problem. And because I'm taking this med, now I have this problem, so they got to give me a med for that problem. And before I know it, I have this huge pill box that I'm taking 6, 7 different types of medications. I don't want that for my life. I want to be as healthy as possible without medication. So I don't recommend this for you. This is something that I've done, and I watch my blood pressure daily. This is something I've been trained in. Today, my blood pressure was 113 over 80, which is fantastic. I'm back into the teens, it appears, because now I've had several days in a row of being, and of course, it's a small sample size. I know that I can shoot back up, but we're going to keep our eye on it. Normal range, or the limit, is 135 over 85. I'm below those limits, 113 over 80, and I'm satisfied. Next, let's look at my glucose. As I said earlier, I've not broken. I've been strictly carnivore. Today is day 21, and my sugar has kind of slightly increased, and I'm not happy about it. Today it's went dramatically high, and I believe that it could be attached to the fact that I went and trained this morning, and then I came home, I showered, and I sat down and then did my blood work. I'm normally in the 5s, sometimes in the mid to high 4 point something. Today I was 6.5, which is not where I want to be. I believe the explanation for it is simple, but we will find out tomorrow, because tomorrow I'll do my blood work before going to the gym. So 6.5 is my glucose. Next, we'll look at my ketones. My ketones are within a good range. They say a therapeutic range. The normal range is between 0.5 to 1.5. Now, I have been as high as 4.5, and I can go higher than that. I know that. I've seen a slow decrease and a little bump up, but a slow decrease of my ketones. I think the reason why they're down today is similar to the reason why my sugar is up today. And I think it's because I took my blood test earlier. My ketones today are 1.1, still in the therapeutic range, but not where I'd like it to be. But no complaints. Next, we'll look at my GKI, glucose ketone index. Now, of course, since both my glucose and my ketones are not where I want it to be, I'm certain that my GKI is also out of whack. I'd like to personally keep my GKI 3.0 and below, because that's the therapeutic range that helps me and my body. Unfortunately, today, my GKI is 5.9, which is not where I like it to be, but I believe we know the reason why. We'll see what it looks like again on tomorrow. Now, as I always preface this section with, it's not my most important section, and that is the weight. My weight has been at a stall for maybe about a week now, and it doesn't disturb me because it's not my most important area. It's not what I'm looking to do. I'm looking more to keep myself healthy and to be without pain. My weight today is 89.8. So we're down, I think, 0.1 or something, or maybe 0.2. But as I said, it's not my primary focus. Next, let's take a look at the comparison between the 4th, around the 4th to the 11th or so of, to the 10th of November until the end of the month. or the beginning, which is of this month, today. Let's start with that right now. Great. My previous blood pressure at the beginning of this particular part of my journey was 158/85. As I've told you today, my blood pressure is 113/80. This is quite a dramatic change in a 21-day period, but it's not uncommon and it's all going in the right direction. I can only hope that my diastolic goes down a little bit better, a little further. My systolic is exactly in the range where I want it to be, but my diastolic is still a little high for what I'd like to see. Of course, when I was in the military, I had perfect blood pressure, 110/60. It was just excellent, but I was in much better shape than I am now, and I was a lot younger. But I'm not complaining. 113/80 compared to what it used to be at 158/85 is a great, great achievement. Let's look at our next one. Now, our numbers compared from the beginning to now are going to be a little bit out of whack. And that's because I believe because I took my measurements after training. In the beginning, on the 4th, my glucose was 5.1. Today, my glucose is 6.5, which is totally out of whack. Unfortunately, for a month-in number, that doesn't really jive for me. But like I said, we're going to do this again tomorrow. You'll see the numbers should be back in line. I'm sure it will be. We'll get those numbers done before the gym. Now, of course, when you first begin the carnivore diet, your ketones should be 0 or close to it. You do produce some ketones in your sleep while you're asleep. But as you can see here, November the 4th, my ketones were 0.1. And today, my ketones are 1.1. Yes, I'm in the therapeutic zone, but as I said before, nowhere near where I feel I should be. But no complaints here. Let's just see how it looks on tomorrow. And lastly, we have our weight comparison. So on the 4th of November, I was 96.4 kilograms. And this morning, I was 89.8 kilograms after 21 days. Not quite 7 kilos, 6 point something kilos, which is shy of 15 pounds. Maybe it's around 14 pounds, which I'm not complaining, especially since the weight is not my primary. It's just a side effect of doing the diet. So here we have it. Those are my numbers. Those are the exciting parts, if you will, of this carnivore journey. I want to thank you for checking me out and checking in on me and keeping me accountable, because without you, this would be very, very tough for me to do. So if you like what you see, if you're enjoying my content, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. And please write me a little note. Let me know that you're really digging what I'm doing. And be sure to tell a friend that there's a guy like me doing a thing like this. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless.